Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm here today, and I don't want to hear it, with yet another book haul. I'm not even going to justify it anymore, we're just going to get straight into it. So, this is going to be filmed over the course of a few days or like a couple of weeks. Obviously you're going to see it all in one video, so it doesn't make a difference to you, but just to explain why I am going to look different at different points in this video. I've just had delivery number 1 from Waterstones, but it's small. Basically I've done quite a big order from Waterstones, but it's been shipped separately for some reason. These are the first couple of books, so we're going to unbox these now. When the next ones get delivered, we'll unbox them, etc, etc. So, I have no idea how many books are in here. I don't know which have been dispatched with which, so... Oh, that was supposed to be satisfying, but it wasn't because I didn't do it right. Oh, actually no. Put that down. We've got a book that I've already unboxed. Got the Fairy Loot edition of A Novel Love Story by Ashley Poston. How stunning is this? It is signed, it has beautiful art on the inside. The cover is stunning. The sprayed edges are some of the best sprayed edges I think I've ever seen, not to be dramatic, but it's literally a bookshelf. Wait until I show you the naked hardback. Stop it. Literally stop it. Look at that. Like, how stunning is that with all the little symbols? Like, if you've read the book, you can like look at these and match up like what is what. Stunning. I'm obsessed. I think this is so beautiful. Again, it's the Fairy Loot edition. I did pre-order this quite a while ago, so I don't imagine they've got it on Fairy Loot anymore. If you love this book as much as I do and you can pick one up secondhand for a decent price, I would recommend it. It's literally stunning. I can't wait to decorate my shelves with this. If you don't know, I'm moving house. That's why the shelves are very dishevelled. The only books left on the shelves are the ones I haven't read. So this got delivered after I dismantled the shelves, so I've never had the glory of having this on my like decorated shelves, and I'm so excited to make like some kind of feature out of this when we get to the new house. And then let's go back to the Waterstones parcel that I have completely butchered the opening of. There are 4 books in here. You have no idea how long I've wanted to hold this book in my hands. I read this first Emily Wilde book like last year now, I think it was, and I loved it. And these are some of the most stunning book covers. The second one I have ordered, is it in here? Let me see. Is this one it? Yeah. Like, look at that. Like, stop it. Look how beautiful that is. Again, I'm planning to make some kind of feature out of these on the new shelves. I don't just want to have them sideways, even though the spines are cute too. I definitely want to have these like on display because I think they are so beautiful. These are Cozy Fantasies. There are 3 books in this series. I have now read them all. However, the third one doesn't come out in paperback until I believe November, and I didn't want 2 paperbacks and hardback. So I just picked up these for now, and then when that one comes out I will buy the paperback. That is a gorgeous pink cover, so these will look stunning together on the shelves. And then what else do we have in here? I don't even know. Oh, cute, Foul Lady Fortune. So I have read this one as well. I swear there are books in here that I have not read before. But I didn't have a physical copy because I listened to it on audio from the library. But my library, nor any of the apps that I subscribe to, have the rest of this series. So I wanted the rest of the series in physical copies. And I already have, basically, this is the first in a duology, but it's connected to another duology, the Our Violent Delights duology, which I've already read and I own. Basically, long story short, I wanted physical copies of the whole interconnected series. So I bought this even though I have already read it. I love this series, it's fantastic. The first one is a Romeo and Juliet retelling based in 1920s Shanghai, and it develops from there, and there are retellings of like different Shakespeare plays throughout the series, and I really enjoyed this one. And what is our last book for now? It's the novella. So this comes after Foul Lady Fortune to kind of connect everything together, and then there's one more book which I have ordered, so I imagine it's on its way. It's 2 duologies but with a novella that you read after this one. So you read 3 full-length books, then the novella, and then the last book. Does that make any sense? I have no idea, but I am very excited. I will probably try and read this little novella this month so that when the next one gets delivered I can read it and round out the series. They are the books so far I have acquired, and I'll be back when my next parcel comes. It's the next day. It's day 2 of my period. I do feel like I'm near death, but we've got another parcel. There's just 1 book in this one, so this clip won't be too long. This is also from Waterstones, but I don't know which of the books it is. So let's rip this one open and have a look what we've got. It looks quite big. It's Fell Heart Huntsman. So this is the one that comes after the novella that I showed you yesterday, Last Violent Call, I think. The character that we follow in Foul Lady Fortune is a side character from the first duology. So this second duology is following the side characters from the first duology and the novella connects everything together. So I'm going to read the novella next. I'm going to try and read that either this month or next month, and then again read this one pretty much straight after the novella, because I do want to round out the series because there's like so much going on. I don't want to forget what's happening, so I do want to read this one very soon. So that is another one to add to my TBR behind us, and I will see you in the next clip when we get yet more deliveries, because there are still more on the way. You know how yesterday I said, oh guys, like it's day 2 of my period, I'm not feeling good. Well, I did some damage and we've got a few more books on the way today. This one's just been delivered, so I thought we might as well open it. And then I've got another few books getting delivered later today from a different place. But let's open this one. I think I know what this is. Yes, this is what I think it is. I think this is the last one coming from Waterstones now. And it's Addicted After All by Krista and Becca Ritchie. This is the, I don't even know what number book. Lost track in the Addicted Galloway Sisters series. I've already read the whole series. I just wanted physical copies. I ended up reading most of them on my Kindle, but I read the first 3 books physically, so I already had those. I mean, I really enjoyed the rest of the series, so I really did want the physical copies of them. I don't know why I turned around to have a look at them on my shelves. They're not there. I've already packed them up to move. But yeah, this was one of the ones that I was missing, so I just picked this up. And I will see you, for you, in about 2 seconds, for me in a few hours, when the rest of the books that I've ordered to come today get delivered. So sorry about the quality and the lighting in this clip. The light in this room is awful, which means that the quality unfortunately won't be great because the light is above me. I'll do this clip as quickly as possible. I've got 2 parcels to open. I've got this one, it's actually already open, which is rude because it means now I can't open it, but I've not looked what is in here. Obviously I know it's a book, but I don't know what book it is because I've not looked. So can we like, oh actually we can stick that back down and then use that to open it just to make it satisfying. Let's see what this one is. Cool. Goes with the one from earlier, Fuel the Fire, again from the Addicted Galloway Sisters series. This is another one of the ones that I did not have a physical copy of. So excited to finally have this. I think there should be one more of these books in the next parcel, and then that is the series complete. And there's also another book that should be in here as well. And then we've got this one, which isn't open, so that's nice. Let's see if we can do this. Yeah, there are 2 books in here. Okay, so the other one I didn't have was the last one, which is Some Kind of Perfect. So this is the epilogue novel, which is basically you get to see all the points of view of all the characters that you've seen already throughout the series. They all get a point of view in here. I loved this book. I really, really enjoyed it. I wasn't sure I was gonna, because like, that's an epilogue. Like, it's just a big epilogue book of just random scenes from their lives in the years following the series. But I really enjoyed it. It was so fun because the whole series is kind of slice of life anyway. I did find it really fun to just go back in and just see what they were up to, like at various different points after the end of the series. So yeah, I'm very excited to now have these 2 to round out the series. 1 minute 40 left on this memory card, so let's speed through the last book for now. I am so excited about this, guys. I've been wanting this since it came out. Did it come out like last month or maybe even the month before? I've been wanting it since it came out, but I didn't want to. I knew like at some point this would end up in the works. I didn't end up buying it from the works because new releases in the works tend to be £6, and I saw it for £6 on Amazon. So I thought, just while I'm ordering the others, I'm going to order this. This is Beg, Borrow or Steal by Sarah Adams, and it is the 3rd book in her When in Rome series. I loved When in Rome. I gave it 4 stars, I think, maybe even like 4.25. And then the second one, Practice Makes Perfect, I gave a 4.5. I adored that book. So I've been so excited for this. Sarah Adams' books are just so easy to read. She's got quite a few series. I would recommend sticking with this one. I have read The Cheat Sheet. Didn't love that. The female main character in there is certainly an interesting type of woman. So I didn't love that. I've not read the rule book yet. I have that on my Kindle to read. But this series in particular by Sarah Adams, it's like the smallest of small town romance series. And it's just stunning. Like the book, I think this is even the longest one. Like the books are so short, so quick, so easy to get through. So I'm so excited, and I'll probably read this one really quite soon. It is now several days, or like a week or something after I filmed the last clip. We're back with more. I had 2 books delivered this morning. They were delivered in my food shop order, so unfortunately they're not in a box or a packet, they're just here. But I'm going to show you them anyway. And then we've got 1 more book being delivered tomorrow. And then I think potentially that is it for this video. We will see. But anyway, the first book I got today was Wild Side by Elsie Silver. This is the third book in her new series. What's it called? Does it say on here? Rose Hill. Have I read the first two? No, I haven't. However, my Asda order was under the threshold. You have to spend £40 and I hadn't. And if you don't spend £40, you get charged anyway, and I was only a few pounds off. So I was like, well, there's no point paying the charge. I might as well just get another item. So here we go. I just think I'm going to read this anyway. Like, I just love Elsie Silver's book, especially the Chestnut Spring series. I'm currently working my way through her first series, Gold Rush Ranch, and then I will be starting. So that's why I've not started this series yet, because I want to go back and read her older books and then start on the new series. It really doesn't matter because I haven't read them in order anyway, because I did Chestnut Springs first and that's the second series. But anyway, it feels now like it would make sense to just go and read the old ones before starting this series. I believe, is this series the new one, all single dad romances, I think? Or like single parent? I think that's what I heard anyway. Not 100% sure, but I am very, very excited to start this series. I'm going to try and wrap up the old series next month so that I can then start this one, because I now have all three of them on my physical TBR and have not read any of them. And then the other book I got is Very Rogue. So basically at Asda, they did this deal where this was either £5.50 or you could get 2 books for £9. So I got 2 books for £9, and there wasn't really a second book that I like massively wanted. I was scrolling through for ages trying to find something, and this is the best I could find. Story of My Life by Lucy Score. It's her newest release. I was hesitant to get this because I know it's probably on Kindle Unlimited, because I feel like all Lucy Score books, or most of them, are. But I've got so many books, to be fair, that I need to read on my Kindle. It won't hurt to have one of her books physically. I've already got the Knock 'Em Out trilogy, so this will have like a place to go on the shelves when I've read it. I have no idea what this is about. Let's have a look. Hazel is given a 1-2 punch when she's forced to move out of her Upper East Side apartment and is given a final warning from her publisher. Oh, so she's a writer. Okay, cute. I quite like that then. She's a writer. It's in the literary world. I do tend to quite like books about writers / people that like books. So I'm looking forward to this. The font's small and it's a thick book, but all Lucy Score books are quite big. They tend to read quite easily though, I find. I haven't loved any of her books since the Knock 'Em Out trilogy, but I also haven't read a massive amount of them. I might have only read one. I read By a Thread, and that was like good, but it was too long. But I really do love the Knock 'Em Out trilogy. Is it cringy? Yes. But I just love that trilogy. I just feel like it had charm. But maybe that's because it was a small town romance, so I'm quite interested to see how I feel about this one being like a big city romance rather than a small town. But yeah, we will see. And we've got another 2 books to add to the physical TBR, which is the exact opposite of what I needed, but here we are. I'm so sorry for the lighting. I keep moving around the room and it's just not making a difference because the lighting in here is perpetually ugly. But I've got 4 more books. I was only supposed to have 1, but I've been out shopping today and I bought some more. So I'll start with those because they're not like to unbox, and then we've got an actual parcel to open. So I went into a few bookshops today and I was actually quite good. I was quite restrained. I didn't buy many, but these in WH Smith's were on 3 for 2. Now I didn't know they did 3 for 2 in WH Smith. I never knew that was like something that they did on quite a lot of the paperbacks. Like there's a lot of different books in 3 for 2. So I got the Caraval trilogy. I've been wanting this for ages. I do already own it on Kindle, but I loved the first book so much, and I already own the physical copies, like the gorgeous hardback special editions of Once Upon a Broken Heart. So I wanted copies of these so that I can have like a Stephanie Garber shelf when I move and redo my shelves. So I really did want these, and Legendary is on my TBR anyway for April. And I just know that I wanted physical copies of them. I've wanted them for ages. I actually ordered them on eBay, but they came and they were like fake. Like the person who printed the book themselves. I was like, I'm not funding plagiarism. So I sent those back. And here we go. Because they were on 3 for 2, I got all 3 of these for just under £20. And I've seen online you can get bundles of them for like £17.99, but then I'd have had to pay shipping anyway. That was my original plan. So I just thought, well, I might as well get them while I'm here. So obviously I've got Caraval, Legendary and Finale. Finale doesn't have the sticker on, but it was in the offer. I checked before I bought them that it was. And I'm very, very excited to finally have physical copies of these in my hands. And then the final book, before I am actually going to end this video, is one to actually open. I've already now finished this book because it was so delayed, but it's the new Hunger Games book, Sunrise on the Reaping. I always get the titles of these mixed up. I have already read this. I ended up listening to it on audio because I wanted to read it as soon as it came out, and I was under the impression this was going to get delivered the day it came out. It didn't. Today's Saturday and it's only just been delivered, and this was released last Tuesday. So I have already read it, but I am very glad to have a physical copy. Obviously I have physical copies of the Hunger Games trilogy and the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which comes before this anyway. So it doesn't really matter that I've already read it. I knew I wanted the physical copy to go on my shelves anyway, and it was a 5-star read. So I am especially now happy to have a physical copy of this to display. And I am actually moving soon. You won't have to hear me now in every video saying, guys, I'm moving, like this stuff everywhere because I'm moving. Because I actually am moving soon. We've actually got a set date now. So I'm very excited to redo the shelves and put all of these brand new books on there. So I'm just going to collate them all together and show you everything that I got. And here they all are. I feel like I really didn't realise how many there was, because for me I've filmed this over so many days. I really didn't realise how many the books were. Like, you can't even see the bottom of the stack because there's that many. This is just ridiculous. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. This is going to be the last haul for a while. I know I was supposed to be on a book buying ban, but like, in all seriousness now, guys, I've had a lot of these books on my radar to get physical copies of for a long time. So I just thought, now that I'm moving, I'm sorry to say it again, and I know I'm going to be redoing the shelves, I just really wanted to make sure I got all the books that I wanted so that I can properly do my shelves when we move. And I'm really not going to buy books for a while now. The only exception is new releases. I made a list at the beginning of the year of new releases that I was really excited for. When they come out, I can buy them. It's like when the new Emily Henry book, the new Taylor Jenkins Reid books, I'm going to buy copies of those because I know I'm going to read them and love them like pretty much straight away. Hopefully I love them anyway. I'm definitely going to read them at least. But yeah, a lot of these books I've had on my radar for a long time, so I'm happy to finally have physical copies of them. But thank you so much for watching this video. Please do give it a thumbs up down below if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!